Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about pre-hung doors versus slab doors. What I have here is a pre-hung door, and I'm going to be talking about the main differences between the two types of doors and also some of the pros and cons of each type. Now before I start this video, before I start explaining the differences and the pros and cons, I want to bring the camera a little bit closer to show you what a pre-hung door looks like. So I'm actually just going to grab the camera and I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to give you a better view. So as you can see right here, a pre-hung door already comes on the frame. It is already hung on the frame. Just as you can see right here, it is already hung perfectly on the frame. You can see that it sits perfectly within the frame. There are already hinges installed and the door can already open and close perfectly and properly. The only thing that you have to install is a doorknob and possibly a lock if that's what you want to have on the door. A slab door, on the other hand, is just the door. You are literally just buying the door. You are not buying the hinges or the hardware or the frame or anything. You are literally just buying this piece right here, the door itself. Now I'm going to bring the camera back and I'm going to give you a better idea of some of the pros and cons of each and the main, well, we spoke about the main differences, but some of the pros and cons of each of the types of doors. So, pre-hung doors, okay, I'm going to go over the pros and cons, okay? Now, they already come pre-hung, so with that being said, they involve less work than buying a slab door, because when you buy a pre-hung door, you literally make the opening, you make sure that it's level and plumb, and you install the door as is. All that you have to install is a doorknob and possibly a lock if that's what you want on the door. So there's less work with regards to the installation of pre-hung doors versus slab doors. Okay, so that's one of the pros of a pre-hung door. That's the main pro. But there are also some cons of pre-hung doors. One of the cons is that they cost more, okay? A slab door costs a small fraction of the cost of a pre-hung door. If you buy a slab door and all of the rest of the materials to make the door frame and so forth, you will have saved quite a bit of money as opposed to buying a pre-hung door. So the cost of a pre-hung door is more. You are paying a premium to have an easier installation. That's basically the gist, the main point of the difference in cost. Weight and size, okay? Size, you're obviously looking at bringing around something that is much thicker, so if you have a smaller vehicle, you can probably fit 2 or even 3 slab doors within the same amount of space as a pre-hung door, okay? For the most part, because you have this thick frame right over here. So weight, they are much heavier. Pre-hung doors weigh a lot more. So if you're managing a door and you're handling a door by yourself, maybe a slab door is a better bet because these are much heavier. Pre-hung doors are much heavier. When you buy a pre-hung door, they already come with hinges. And you have less flexibility with regards to the look of the hinges and so forth. So those are some of the cons of a pre-hung door as well as the pros of a slab door. Once again, the pros of a slab door, they cost much less. They give you more flexibility with the look and the size and everything with regards to the hinges. You get to actually build the actual frame of the door, the housing for the door yourself, and that allows you with a lot more flexibility. They're lighter and easier to handle, okay? And here's the thing, if you're doing a lot of doors, if you're doing a full renovation, something like I'm doing right here, and you're installing a lot of doors, then maybe a pre-hung door, or I should say multiple pre-hung doors, are your best bet because they're easier to install. You're going to be installing a lot of doors, so you're not going to want to spend a lot of time perfecting the door installation. And pre-hung doors come pretty much already perfectly, you know, plumb and good to go. They can open and close perfectly. You just have to pretty much have the door frame, the opening, and just secure them in place, okay? Make sure that they're level, make sure that they're plumb, but just get them secured. So maybe if you're doing a big renovation and you're installing many doors, pre-hung doors are your better option, okay? But if you're only installing one door, then maybe a slab door is your best option because you can save some money and you probably won't mind spending the extra time installing the door and creating the door frame and sort of making it look perfectly the way that you want it to look. So, those are the main pros and cons of pre-hung doors versus slab doors. Once again, pre-hung doors come with everything installed other than pretty much the doorknob and the lock. Okay, if you're installing a lock on the door. And there's, they come as is, they come ready to go. If you're a novice at installing doors and you're not a pro, you're not very comfortable, then maybe a pre-hung door is your better bet. Simply because it's easier to install if you're not as comfortable installing doors. But if you're comfortable installing doors, you want to save some money, you want to save some space in your vehicle when you're loading them up, you want to work with lighter materials, you don't mind dedicating the extra time to installing the door, or you want to sort of add a little bit of your own customization to the door, then maybe a slab door is your best bet. And that's basically it. In this video, I just wanted to talk to you about pre-hung doors versus slab doors. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.